She's not a politician. She's not a pop star. But every time she opens her mouth, the internet collectively loses its mind. Cancel her? They tried. Debate her? Bring popcorn. Candace Owens isn't just a commentator. She is a chaos agent in designer shoes who somehow turned making people angry into a career. Picture this. It's 2017. Somewhere in a modest apartment, a Black woman sits down with a camera and decides to record what would become the political equivalent of dropping a nuclear bomb in a library. The video? Mom, Dad, I'm a conservative. Now, most people use YouTube to watch cat videos or learn how to fold fitted sheets. But Candace? She used it to essentially declare war on half of America while casually sipping what was probably some very expensive tea. The backstory nobody talks about is that before this moment, Candace was actually running a liberal blog and had even created an anti-Trump website. Yes, you read that correctly. Our conservative queen was once so liberal that she made Bernie Sanders look like a moderate. The video hit 100,000 views in 24 hours, which in 2017 YouTube terms was like going viral during the Stone Age. But she didn't just gain followers. She gained enemies. The comment section looked like a digital Civil War battlefield. But there was a plot twist within a plot twist. Turning Point USA saw this video and basically said, "We need this level of chaos energy on our payroll." And by 2018, she wasn't just a YouTuber with opinions. She was the face of young Black conservatism. Then came April 2018. Out of nowhere, Kanye West tweets, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks." Within minutes, Twitter looked like someone had thrown a political hand grenade into a room full of nitroglycerine. Liberals were panicking, conservatives were celebrating, and Candace? She was probably somewhere cackling while watching her follower count explode.
With over 300,000 followers in a week!
Suddenly, every news outlet was scrambling to figure out who this woman was. Who could make Kanye West seem like the reasonable one in the room? For about 6 months, Candace and Kanye were the Bonnie and Clyde of conservative politics. Except instead of robbing banks, they were robbing people of their sanity through Twitter. From there, Candace went from conservative darling to full-on pop culture disruptor. Later in 2018, Candace launched Blexit, her campaign to convince Black Americans to leave the Democratic Party. The name alone was marketing genius. The backlash was immediate.
Nature and given and date of party?
Critics accused her of political cosplay. Others claimed she was exploiting Black trauma for profit. But here's the thing. Every single critique gave her more publicity. We also want to talk about environment. Did Blexit change voting patterns? That's debatable. Did it make Candace Owens a household name? Absolutely. It solidified Candace Owens as a brand, not just a political commentator. May 2020. The world was on fire reckoning with the murder of George Floyd. While most people were having difficult conversations about systemic racism and justice, Candace Owens uploaded a 27-minute video titled, "I Do Not Support George Floyd." That title alone was like yelling fire in a crowded internet. The backlash was swift. Celebs, the media, and activists piled on. The internet's reaction was instant and brutal. Social media lit up with shock, anger, and disbelief. Critics called it cruel, fans called it brave, and yet, the more people criticized her, the more views she got. Millions in days. And Candace, she didn't blink. She doubled down, and her follower count tripled. It was a masterclass in weaponizing outrage. Same year, same chaos. Candace is a way that only she can, gave us one of the most entertaining Twitter beefs in history. Candace Owens versus Cardi B. Candace called Cardi illiterate. Cardi responded with memes, live rants, and statistics. The internet ate it up. In the end, both women walked away with more followers, proving that sometimes beef is just good business. Then, during the pandemic, Candace questioned masks, mandates, and the entire government response. Her appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast was explosive. Clips went viral, fact-checkers went into overdrive, and her follower count kept climbing. Every attempt to silence her only made her more popular. Just when you thought Candace Owens couldn't get more interesting, off camera, Candace was leveling up her personal life and gave the world a fairy tale twist. She married George Farmer, son of a British lord. Yes, our American populist warrior literally married into European aristocracy. You cannot make this stuff up. They met at a party, as aristocrats do, had a whirlwind romance because normal courtship is for peasants, got married faster than most people decide on dinner plans. Now she's technically Lady Candace, not officially, but spiritually. The couple wasted no time starting a family. Candace gave birth to 4 children back to back, one baby after the other. People joke that George kept her pregnant like clockwork. The Candace, she glowed and embraced it all. She leaned into marriage, motherhood, and traditional values while keeping her trademark, zero-filter commentary. Shortly after that, Candace converted to Catholicism. So here's a woman who built her brand on representing regular Americans and fighting elites. And she's married to someone whose family probably has a coat of arms and ancestral portraits in their dining room. The rebrand was subtle but noticeable. She started talking about motherhood and family values. Her religious content and deep dives increased. She formed a slightly more polished image, emphasis on slightly, but still absolutely zero chill when it comes to controversy. Some fans loved seeing her in a traditional family role. Others worried she was going soft, and political observers started whispering about future ambitions, some even citing a presidential run. Instead, in 2021, Candace joined The Daily Wire. No more worrying about demonetization, no more platform bans. She now had the budget, production value, and freedom to say whatever she wanted and get paid for it. Candace joining The Daily Wire was like watching a perfect storm of conservative media synergy. Ben Shapiro's media empire plus Candace Owens' chaos energy equals, well, content that makes people very angry or very happy, with no middle ground whatsoever. In 2024, Candace Owens launched an 8-part podcast series called Becoming Brigitte, pushing the conspiracy theory that France's First Lady, Brigitte Macron, was born male. But this wasn't just another viral theory. It prompted an extraordinary response. In July 2025, French President Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte filed a 22-count defamation lawsuit in Delaware. The complaint accused Owens of orchestrating a campaign of global humiliation and relentless bullying, citing falsehoods including identity theft, incest, fraud, and even CIA conspiracies. Owens didn't back down. She dismissed the suit as a PR tactic and vowed to see it through, framing it as a First Amendment fight. But the levels of what just happened here didn't stop there. Candace stated that President Trump personally called her in February, allegedly at Emmanuel Macron's urging, asking her to stop with the Brigitte theory. According to Owens, Trump said Brigitte looks like a woman to me, and that she was visibly upset by it all. In true Candace fashion, her series then went nuclear viral, and now has all of the world questioning what's real and what isn't. Let's be honest. Lover or hater, Candace Owens has achieved something remarkable. She's broken into mainstream cultural conversation without being in Hollywood, Congress, or having a hit single. She's like a political influencer who somehow influenced politics by being incredibly influential at influencing people to be very angry. The numbers don't lie. Millions of followers across platforms, books that hit bestseller lists, speaking fees that probably cost more than most people's cars. International headlines, literally got sued by France, which is kind of impressive. Her survival skills are unmatched. She survived multiple cancellation attempts. She turned corporate blacklisting into brand authenticity. She made censorship into marketing, all while transforming criticism into content. The bigger question she raises, though, is outrage the new engagement? Can controversy become a sustainable business model? Is authenticity more important than accuracy in the attention economy? What happens when professional provocateurs meet actual consequences. Nevertheless, she has indeed created a blueprint for today's media world. You say something shocking, get criticized by mainstream media? Is Candace Owens the future of political commentary? She's turned political commentary into performance art. And whether that's genius or concerning depends entirely on your perspective. The controversy continues, probably on her podcast tomorrow.